Well, hey everybody, John Rithlin here with another countdown. Top 25 favorite current women's wrestlers. Originally it was going to be a top 50, but then I realized, okay, it'd just be like a participation trophy thing. You get a mention, you get a mention, you get a mention. And even though I enjoy 95% of the women that I see in whatever company, whether it's Impact, whether it's WWE, AEW, Stardom, any company on the indies, the indie shows I've been to, really it's hard for me not to enjoy a women's wrestling match because the women have really had to work super, super hard. I mean, for years and years and years, from the 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, from way back in the day up to now, women's wrestling is rising. I would argue that women's wrestling the matches have been better or good, just as good, if not better than the men's because they're having to work so goddamn hard. So this is my way as a wrestling fan of giving back and, giving love to so many of the women I enjoy. So yes, I may forget some people that I do, and some women that I do enjoy. Do forgive me on that. And this goes for one I'm going to talk about with male Japanese wrestlers and even female Japanese wrestlers. I'm going to have plenty of people that I'm going to be, mentioning. And I'm going to be throwing some names out because I'm going to do honorable mentions here. But if you have any picks, please leave them in the comments. And bear in mind, I'm not just picking this based on how great they are in the ring. It's also character work, how inspirational they are, some that I've met, so maybe I'm going to be a little bit biased. Maybe you can call me out on that if you want, but this is my list. I'm just a wrestling fan. I love sharing this stuff with fellow wrestling fans like yourselves, the ones that are watching. So please leave your picks in the comments. So honorable mentions. Number 35, Isla Dawn. I know Isla Dawn isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I like Isla Dawn. Shayna Baszler is an honorable mention as well. She's a great wrestler. I'm not her biggest fan, but she has won me over to a degree. And then Candice LeRae. And then Maria Manic, who just recently signed with Ring of Honor. Maria Manic is absolutely great. I got to see more of her to really determine just how much I do like her, but her YouTube channel is on point, and she is really fucking great. Another honorable mention, Hotshot. Trained by Lance Storm. I've only seen 2 of her matches at, respective indie shows. If she's that good after just 2 professional matches, good fucking God, she is going to be amazing if she sticks to this. She is really damn good. I'm going to throw out Jinny from NXT UK. I've not been able to watch NXT UK as much since just after WrestleMania, but Jinny impressed me, got over with me. And while she is admittedly not my favorite, I certainly see how great she is in the ring. She's hard-nosed, she is hard-headed, and she can get very hardcore and also can do some really great shit in the ring. She's really good at submissions, like really good at that stuff, and can use the strikes and kicks because she's got a long frame, and I mean that with respect. She is really good, and I could see her being a huge star in NXT UK. And then I'm going to throw out Nicole Matthews. She is somebody that's around local shows. She was at a couple Defy Northwest wrestling shows. She was also part of Mae Young Classic 2. I got to see her. Very good heel. She is a very good performer. Shotzi, got to meet her very, very briefly at a Without a Cause show just in April. She's very cool. She's very good. And then Nikki Cross, I'm throwing in your honorable mentions because I like Nikki. Nikki is very good, but I'm not going to say I've soured on her. It's just there's so many great women's wrestlers that I have to put some in the honorable mentions list that some people might not like. And then I'm throwing in one of the last honorable mentions, Charlotte. I love watching Charlotte's matches. She is very, very good. She is a goddamn natural in the ring. She really fucking is. But, let's be honest. It gets kind of samey after a while. That's not to say that she isn't really goddamn good. Okay? She is. She is absolutely spectacular. A couple more honorable mentions I'm going to throw out. I'm going to throw out Tenille Dashwood. Tenille Dashwood is goddamn good. And I hope AEW signs her. Kelly Klein from Ring of Honor. She is very good. I've only seen a couple of her matches. She is really goddamn good. And also, one last thing. One promotion, all women's wrestling promotions you guys should check out on Access TV. I think they're going to be replaying the whole first season soon. Wow, Women of Wrestling. It is a little more comedic and it's a little more ridiculous. But the women all do work super hard. There are some big stars there. Tessa Blanchard, Santana Garrett, and others. Please make sure to check out Wow Women of Wrestling. So I just wanted to put over that really quick. Now we get to the top 25. Oh boy, this is going to get me so much hate because of how I rank people. But again, it's based on wrestling ability, character work, overall just my personal opinion. So anyway, we go with number 25, Vanessa Bourne. I was a fan of Vanessa Bourne from pretty much first time I saw her. I'm very happy, and I did mention at one point, I did a video where I thought that maybe WWE could release her because she hadn't been featured on NXT TV. Now that was a number of months ago, and then they finally started featuring her and Aaliyah as a team, and it's working really well. But I was just worried because for months and months she hadn't been featured on TV. I like Vanessa Bourne, I didn't want to see her released, and I'm glad she wasn't. She is a very good performer, and yes, okay, yes, she, grabs my attention on screen, but she has improved in the ring. You can see it. The character work in particular. She is a very good, nasty heel and everything, and can do some really good work on the mic. And she's gained a whole lot better. And Aaliyah, I mean, nothing against Aaliyah either. I think it's perfect pairing. You keep them together for about a year, they're only going to help each other. And then we get to number 24, Ember Moon. I like Ember Moon. She is very, very good. She's very good in the ring. She has great athletic ability. Booker T does not train any slouches. She really does work hard. Well, I mean, she may have been trained by other people, but she was at Booker T's wrestling school and everything, and I believe Reality of Wrestling, I think, is a promotion. She is good. She grabbed everybody's attention from the very beginning when she showed up, and really has had that ever since. Now, that's not to say that Ember maybe can be the most dominant woman that they have, but she is goddamn good. And of course, Derb likes her, which, I mean, of course he would. I'm not knocking Derb. If you happen to be watching this, I'm not. Ember is very, very good, though, and I see why she has a lot of fans. So, we go with number 23, Bayley. I mean, I know that I'm ranking Bayley kind of low. I don't want people to misunderstand. I love Bayley. I really, really do. Bayley is tremendous as far as her character work. The fact that she's been able to somehow not go absolutely nuts, keeping the same character for so long. They seem to be, tweaking her character a little bit. Yeah, so they're tweaking Bayley. For those of you Bayley fans out there, you stop thinking that. I run a clean show. But also, yes, Bayley is not the best in the ring. I absolutely admit that. I think Bayley can be very, very good, and she's allowed to show more of what she can do, like in NXT, like those matches she had against Sasha, and even earlier in 2015 when she was really on fire. I think that there's something there, and she could really do some good shit. But I've been a fan of Bayley, and I'm always going to be a fan of Bayley. Maybe she's ranked lower than some people would like. Well, my opinion. My goddamn opinion. And, hate on me in the comments. Number 22, Yuka Sakazaki, the Genie Girl. My God, she is goddamn adorable. And the genie pants and the fact that she has the most energetic goddamn entrance that I've heard. I saw a few matches of her when I heard AEW signed her. I said, okay, I better study up on her. I said, because she looks pretty interesting. It doesn't matter if she's in front of a crowd of 100 or like 5 or 10,000. She can command your attention. And yeah, she's really, really tiny, but she's really good. And I want to see more of what she can do. And I just automatically was a big fan. I go, oh my God, this girl's great. I can't wait to see what else she can do. That theme, the ability, and just the character work, presentation overall really works, and I want to see more of what she can do. Number 21, another one that AEW signed, Hikaru Shida. She was the one that was pretty much like the standout performer, or the one they wanted to feature the most with, when they did that 6-woman match at Double or Nothing. And she hasn't appeared on a couple shows since because she still has other commitments in Japan. She is very, very good, very captivating, and does have a cool style to her. So I see why people sung her praises. I may have to try and seek out more of her work. If you know anything about her older work, if you can send me some clips in the comments, or matches in the comments, or suggest like channels for me to check out, I will absolutely check that stuff out. And I thank you very much in advance. But I was very impressed with what she did, and I'm like, okay, she could be a big star for them. Then we go to number 20, Meiko Satomura. I'd seen a little bit of her before she was in the Mae Young Classic too. And I mean, there's a reason why they call her the final boss. Well, she's fucking great. Meiko Satomura is absolutely goddamn great. She's a fucking wonderful woman. She is somebody that you absolutely understand and believe that she is just that powerful and that strong. And just that incredible in the ring. And I'm also going to throw an honorable mention to Xia Li, because I love Xia Li. I mean, but it's just, I had to put Meiko Satomura here because Zaya, while she's good, Meiko, just her reputation speaks for herself. She wrestled on an episode of WCW Nitro. That's how long she's been wrestling. I'm not saying she's old. That just shows how extensive her career is. I mean, my fucking God. I know why the WWE didn't sign her. I believe she's got her own promotion that she's running, and she probably doesn't want to do that much traveling. I mean, I'm guessing. I mean, I know about the company, but I don't know about anything else. But she is just fucking great. I was locked in with every single match she did. I was like, holy shit, I need to seek out more Meiko Satomura's matches. She looks like she take on most guys. I mean, and sometimes you can't. In the world of wrestling, when it comes to intergender wrestling, people are divided on it. But it's like, sometimes you're like, okay, it's entertainment, this kind of stuff. Meiko legit looks like she could take down most of the guys. I mean, that's a rare thing to have, especially in some circles of wrestling. But thankfully, that stuff is changing. We can integrate more intergender wrestling and have it where women are facing men, and it's believable. You know, unlike when they had managers facing women or Andy Kaufman facing women, and it was just for comedy. Now we can present it as legit, which I think is good. And then we go with Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan is awesome. Sarah Logan deserves to be featured better. I don't know why it took them this long to start featuring her better after the Riot Squad split up. Maybe she was injured or this kind of stuff or something. I know she did get married, and that's great. That's great. It's great. I'm not knocking that. But Sarah Logan can be a star. She's, powerful. She's strong. She can be an inspiration to a lot of women. She is just really good. She's got a cool look to her, and Sarah should be featured more. And every time she's on TV, I'm like, yes, more of her, please. Please, more of Sarah Logan. I don't mean like that. I mean, have her on the show more. A little bit of side note. I kind of wish with that four-way that they did on on Raw with Carmella, Natty, Naomi, and Alexa. Totally forgot about that. The one where the fans were really disrespectful towards Alexa. I kind of wish they would have put Dana Brooke and Sarah Logan in there. Make it a 6-way elimination match for this reason. A, you could have made more use of the 23-minute time limit or 23-minute runtime. B, it would have got more of a chance for some women to be out there that weren't featured all that much. But anyway, Sarah Logan, hopefully they can use her better, but I've been a big fan of hers since even before the Riot Squad was formed. And then we go with another former Riot Squad member, Liv Morgan. I love Liv Morgan. I think Liv Morgan has improved dramatically. I really was almost tempted to put Sarah ahead of Liv, but I've been impressed with what Liv has been able to do, especially using social media to get the fans on her side. But anytime I've seen clips of her just from dark matches or whatever, or stuff like, match, like, I don't know, maybe not main event necessarily, but just anything I've seen, I'm like, okay, finally, they're using her, and then they use her, and Charlotte beats her in 5 minutes, but then she may be doing a gimmick change. Liv has really, really improved in my eyes. Once she changed her look and everything, and you could tell she improved in the ring, it was worth seeing, and she's worth seeing. And hopefully she can get even better and get featured more, and we can see the evolution of Liv Morgan. Also want to throw out an honorable mention of Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. They are two very good women as well. Dakota's been injured, and so is Tegan. Both of them are very, very good, so just throwing that out there right there. And then we go number 17, Taya Valkyrie. I met Taya Valkyrie at my first Defy Northwest wrestling show, my first indie experience last year. Her and John Morrison, a.k.a. Johnny Impact. He was Johnny Defy there. Got to shake his hand. Derb got to meet him. John Morrison, by the way, you get a chance to meet him. He's awesome. Taya's really awesome. She is really good in the ring. Now, I wasn't so sure when I first saw her, when I first saw her on TV, and I'm talking years before. I will say that she won me over there. She won me over before that, but she won me over there because I was like, okay, I can see they were just having her limit what she could do on TV. She actually can go. She can wrestle, and she is really good. And really nice, by the way. If you get a chance to meet both of them, please do. But that aside, she has really, just rose a lot in Impact recently. I believe, as of this recording, she's the current, Impact Knockouts champion, which is great. Taya can be a good representation for strong, powerful women, and I'm very happy to see that she's being featured well. And then we get to number 16, Nyla Rose. Okay, full disclosure, I admit that Nyla has not been featured the best and maybe has not been doing the best of in the couple matches she's been part of in AEW. I mean, at Fyter Fest, she actually got to really show some stuff. They kind of undercut her with that whole 4-way, where it was supposed to be a 3-way between her, Britt Baker, and Smiling Kylie Rae, and then they brought out Awesome Kong. Nyla pulled off some really, really good shit at Fyter Fest. I mean, some really impressive stuff. That guillotine leg drop, the splash off the top. She is really, really good. And you want to talk about somebody that could be a beacon of hope and inspiration. There's a reason why I put the Pride shirt back here. That and mainly because I want to help what I can to represent all my friends and family members are part of the LGBTQ community, but also because I used to be, and just a quick little side note, because Nyla Rose is a transgender woman. Had this been me, if I still had the same thoughts that I had 21 something years ago, 21, 22 years ago, something like that, it's been a while. It's been over 20 years. Let me just say that much there, so I don't screw up my own brain more than it already is. I would have hated her. I would have thrown out a whole bunch of terms I'm not going to use here. It would have been so goddamn hateful. I'm glad I'm not anymore. Because Nyla Rose, A, is a human being. She is who she is. And you keep your hateful comments away. You put them on this goddamn channel, you're going to be banned. Just saying that. I'm almost inviting people to be fucking stupid so I can ban them if they want to be like that. But the whole point is, Nyla Rose, when they first signed her, I had never heard of her. But I was like, okay, transgender woman, they could do something good here. Is she a good athlete? She's a very good athlete. Got to show more of that at Fyter Fest, and hopefully get to show that more at All Out. And once the TV deal kicks in, very excited. And by the way, her Twitter game's on goddamn point. You gotta check that. You gotta check that shit out. But she is very impressive. I've been very impressed with what she's done. So I'm putting her here at number 16. None of these wrestlers are going to watch this. I mean, they're too busy. They got their own lives. But just on the off chance, Nyla, you're awesome. Number 15, Kairi Sane. I love Kairi Sane. Honestly do. Kairi's great. She was Kairi Hojo in Stardom. Her and another one, Io Shirai, they were, another Japanese woman, Io Shirai, were in Lucha Underground. I believe part of season 3, if I recall correctly. They were like a badass group, part of a badass group of assassins, I think, or something like that, or whatever it was. It was pretty cool, and they were, really, really strong, powerful, and everything. Looked, dark. Looked like they could really take you out. Like they could really hurt you. But Kairi Sane, they're gonna need to tweak her character and have her go a little bit bad, because as adorable, inspirational, all that she is, as good as she is in the ring, that insane elbow is absolutely wonderful. They are going to need to tweak her character a little bit. I do, however, love Kairi Sane. She demands your attention when you watch her on TV. And it's hard not to root for her. It's really hard not to root for Kairi Sane. If people don't like her, that's fine, but that's my opinion. And then we get to number 14, Ruby Riott. Currently out with, I believe, 1 or 2 shoulder injuries. I believe she had to have double shoulder surgery. Hopefully she's going to be back soon. Ruby is somebody I've been impressed with. When she was Heidi Lovelace, I saw very little of her, but what I saw was good. Got marginalized in NXT, but always made the most of it. Whenever she was featured, which wasn't often, but she made the most of her TV time. The Riot Squad, all that. Her, Liv, and Sarah deserve so much better. But Ruby, I love. I think Ruby is very good. I think Ruby needs a chance to showcase her skills when she comes back. Give her a good push. Whether on Raw or SmackDown, probably on Raw. She could be somebody. I mean, I don't think Becky's going to be a champion that long, because I think Ruby's going to be out a while. But if Becky happens to still be champion, like around the Rumble, you have Ruby take the title off of her. I mean, they won't. They'll probably build to Becky and Charlotte, but the whole point is, Ruby is somebody I would give a push to, because I think that Ruby is money. And then we get to number 13, Lacey Evans. I know that Lacey Evans is not everybody's cup of tea when it comes to stuff in the ring. And yeah, okay. I admit she's not the greatest in the ring. Again, the whole thing about this list, though, and just wait, by the way. I'm not going to dump on Lacey. If anything, I'm going to praise the hell out of her. But give me a second here. Is she the greatest in the ring? No. One, she can hit a better moonsault than Charlotte. I mean, you fight me on that if you want, because Lacey actually does the rotation, doesn't look like she's going to snap her legs, and Lacey can do a great moonsault. The woman's right is a really, really good move. Lacey has gotten better in the ring. Maybe they pushed her up too soon, but her character work is a big reason why I enjoy watching her so much. Also, she is really, really good at cutting down the fans. She really is an inspiration. She's former Marine. She's statuesque. She is talented. She commands your presence, or she commands you to watch her. Her presence commands you to watch her on TV. I like Lacey. I think Lacey is really, really good. So yes, I admit that maybe she's not the best in the ring. But I think she's pretty good in the ring. I don't think she's great. I think she can improve, and she will. And I think some people might be a little too harsh on her, but that's my opinion. But I like Lacey. I was a fan of Lacey from the first time she showed up in NXT to now. I can't wait to see what more she does. Now we go to number 12, Natalya. I know this is probably going to give me even more hate. I've loved Natalya pretty much from the first time she appeared on TV. Yes, on WWE TV. That's 10-something years ago. 11 years ago. Now, 2008. Fuck, she's been around that long. I like Natalya. I think Natalya is very good. I understand that there are some people who are like, oh, you know, she's kind of boring in the ring, or she cuts the blasé promos, this kind of stuff. I've always been a fan of Natalya, and I always will be. Is she perfect? No, but I love technical wrestling, and she is good at the technical wrestling. She also mixes a bit of her dad in there, you know, Jim Neidhart with like the big clotheslines and stuff like that. She is very good. I don't know if she's gonna get a main event push again, but she is very, very good, and I've always been a fan of her. And personally, I'd love to see her have a championship run one more time. I don't think it'll happen, but I'd love to see it happen. But I love Natty. I do, and I'm always going to root for Natty just because I'm a big fan of her. You guys can fight me if you want, but that's my thing. I'm not telling you guys can't be fans of somebody. Anybody on this list, if you're not fans of anybody on this list, then I have to question what you like about wrestling. Only because there's got to be at least somebody you enjoy on this list. But anyway, yeah, I like Natty, and I always will. And then number 11, Priscilla Kelly. Yes, the tampon girl, as people call her. I've met Priscilla a couple times. I've seen Priscilla at a couple indie shows. I got to meet her actually at the first Without a Cause show. That's where I got this shirt. I think I slipped her some extra money for that and an autograph or whatever, just because I was like, hey, I have extra cash. It's not much, but here. But no, Priscilla's really, really nice. Do I like the antics, like the tampon stuff or whatever? No, it's not for me. But then I'm just not going to watch it. Okay? Not every wrestler that I like or that I root for, not everything they do is going to be something that I like. Generally, very, very few are going to do like everything that I like. Because it's their career, it's their life. They want to do what they want to do. I still like Priscilla, though. She's very nice. She is also very good in the ring. She really actually has some very, very good skills. And for being so young, I think she's, 22, 3? I think something like that. She's in her early 20s. I know that much. And married to Darby Allin. Darby, who's also very nice, by the way, if you get a chance to meet him. Priscilla is very, very good. And I really, really hope she can make the most out of, if she wants to stay on the indies, that she can make the most money and she can continue to get better, get attention. She can actually wrestle well, and I just like her. I'm a big fan of her, so that's where I'm going to leave it. And now we go to number 10. But no, seriously, Priscilla Kelly is awesome. Her antics don't have to be everything that you enjoy. That's fine. Once again, whether I enjoy everything, she's still awesome. And she's actually going to be at another Without a Cause show that I'm going to be going to in August. And I'm very excited to meet her again. I'm going to wear this shirt. Because when I'm a fan of somebody, they got to do something really stupid for me to stop being a fan of them. But anyway, we get to number 10, Sonya Deville. Yes, people are going to hear me talk about Sonya Deville briefly again. Also, it goes back to the Pride shirt. She can be a beacon of hope for members of the LGBTQ community. And Sonya's awesome. I was a big fan of her, before she got the Sonya Deville name. When she just showed up in NXT. I remember actually the first time I saw her, I said, that's the future right there. That's the future. It's going to take time, but that's the future right there. I really hope they feature her well. Mandy, I know I didn't. I'll throw an honorable mention to Mandy. The Mandy won me over more than I expected. No, Mandy's not one of my favorites. Sorry, she's not. I don't hate her, not one bit. But Sonya is just somebody I absolutely adore. I think is just great. She can do some great shit in the ring if they allow her to. Not just cut her match short and everything like that. When I saw that her and Ember Moon were gonna have a match, I'm like, yay, and it was over instantly. It did nothing for either woman. When both could put on a good 8-minute match for TV, I'm sure they could put on an even better match on pay-per-view given more time. Sonya is somebody I see pegged as a future champion. She is really, really fucking good. I really love Sonya Deville. She won't watch this, but she is really good. Yeah, any Sonya Deville fan, feel free to clip that part out where I'm talking about Sonya and everything and send it to her. Kidding, don't do that. She is great. If I had a chance to meet Sonya, I would shake her hand and say, hey, thank you for being an inspiration. Thank you for being a great athlete. She also seems like a really, really cool person, but I just love Sonya Deville. Number 9, Io Shirai, especially evil Io Shirai. Yes, more of that. Io's great. The moonsault, the kicks, the strikes, the fact that she just has a cool style about her, but she is really good in the ring. She can adapt to an American style pretty well. I will admit there were some times in Mae Young Classic 2 where things weren't there were some times where it's like, okay, it was an adjustment period. Things have gotten a whole lot better now. And I saw why people praised Io. She's fucking amazing. How could you not root for Io Shirai? Now, granted, the booking's been haphazard, but Io is really goddamn good, and I will stick by that. Number 8, Jordynne Grace. I became a fan of Jordynne Grace. I heard about the name of when it was at the all-in, over the budget battle royal. She picked up Brian Cage. If you know who Brian Cage is, he's a pretty big guy. She picked him up, and I'm like, new favorite. It's like new favorite right there, new favorite. I mean, what the fuck else? She is great though. She's young. She can only improve and get better. She's strong but athletic. She's quick. She really uses her strength well. She also seems very driven to continue to work hard and to improve, and just seems overall really, really nice. If I can meet her and her, I believe, fiance, I don't think they're married yet, but Jonathan Gresham, if I can meet both of them, I'd say, hey, you two are awesome. But yeah, Jordynne's really good. I would like to see Jordynne and Maria Manic put on one of the indie shows that I'm part of, but since one signed to Impact and one signed to Ring of Honor, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. That would be pretty cool, though, because I'd say, wow, 2 women that are bucking the trend, improving. You don't need to be a stick figure to get into wrestling and to be seen as strong, athletic, beautiful women that can be taken seriously. They can be taken, as legit. And that's the thing. Maria and Jordynne Grace, that's a Dynamite team right there. But going back to Jordynne, she's just really fucking good. She really is. And I mean, that's such a young age. And then we get to number 7, the Iconics. Okay, you can throw all the hate you want at me, folks. I love the Iconics. And I'm throwing both of them here. I don't think it's fair to rank Billy and Peyton, one above the other. I do concede that Peyton is better in the ring than Billy. I do say that. But together, and I don't think Billy's that much of a slouch in the ring. I think Billy can throw a mean big boot. I think she can do some good stuff. Yes, Peyton was trained by Lance Storm. He doesn't train slouches, and she can hit some beautiful moves and some great bridge work and stuff like that. She really, has those, great technical skills. The Iconics, though, as a duo, almost as a trio, don't know who the fuck else you would have put with them. Should have put Emma with them. It's too bad that Emma left. It would have been interesting to see that happen. But anyway, back to the Iconics. They are fucking great. I know that some people don't like their gimmick. I do. I think it's entertaining. I mean, is it original as far as being the mean girls that pick on the others? No. But that's not Billy and Peyton's fault. They just do the best they can with it, and it's really fucking good. It's really, really good. I wish they would do more with them as tag team champions, but I like Billy and Peyton, and I will always root for them. That's just where I'm going to leave it. They're very inspirational and very talented, and hopefully get more opportunities to be featured more on TV to A, annoy, but B, also show that, hey, maybe this women's tag division actually, is something worth promoting. Don't know why I said promoting like that, but moving on. Got a few more here, and we're going to finish this up. This video is going a lot longer than I planned, but that's because I go a little crazy with some of these mentions. So, number 6, Becky Lynch. Okay, Becky's not the best wrestler in the world, no. But I love her character work. I admit that her title reign's gotten a little bit stale. I'm not going to deny that. But I will still root for Becky. I think Becky is great. And there's really nothing more I can say because I praised Becky anyway. I recognize what some people say as far as criticisms. But I will always root for Becky because Becky was one of my favorites when she first showed up in NXT, even with that Irish jig thing. And yeah, why the fuck not? Why would I not root for Becky? I do love her style. Yes, technique. Okay. She's good at the technique. She's good at the wrestling. She is good at wrestling. Is she great? In some matches. But who's to say she can't have a legendary match with somebody? Her and Charlotte had a great feud. And you could say that's because it was like, just two. It was literally like just this kind of connection. But I love Becky, and I always will. Yeah, I'll throw out an honorable mention of Sasha Banks, but I'm going to be honest, I hadn't found Sasha Banks that interesting in a couple years. I'm sorry, and nothing against Sasha Banks fans who are watching. I just haven't. Number 5, Tessa Blanchard. I mean, what else you want me to say? It's Tessa Blanchard. She had that match with Sami Callihan at Slammiversary just recently, which I actually watched. Commentary is pretty fucking ass when it came to putting over Tessa Blanchard, but that being said, she got me to sit through a Sami Callihan match. That's the power of Tessa Blanchard. She's also very, very good in the ring. She's good on the mic. She has this whole complete package thing where she will eventually end up in WWE in a number of years. But she is somebody that she could go to AEW. She could show up in Stardom. She could do a bunch of stuff. She is a freaking... She is like a goddamn star. From the moment you see her to the moment she walks back, she is absolutely great. I mean, it's hard not to appreciate Tessa Blanchard. And again, she got me to sit through a Sami Callihan match. Sami Callihan, who I can't fucking stand at all. But anyway, number 4, Thunder Rosa. Cobra Moon, by the way, from Lucha Underground. Got to meet her also at the first ever Without a Cause show. She's great. I was a fan of her before, but she has improved so goddamn much just in the few years, like since, the second season of Lucha Underground. I mean, she was good then, but the improvement has just been seen, like, by leaps and bounds. And, her and Priscilla Kelly had probably the best match on the goddamn show in front of a crowd of maybe 100 or 125, 150 people. But no, she is good. Thunder Rosa is really, really good. Now, I don't know if she's going to be signed to, a major American promotion anytime soon. She seems to be enjoying what she's doing. But if she ever does, if she signed with AEW, oh, you got my full attention right there. I think she is money, and she is a dynamite performer. She's really good. Check out her matches. Number 3, Toni Storm. Maybe a little biased. I admit that Toni Storm, while very, very good, is not the best women's wrestler that they have in the NXT UK brand. But I like Toni. I like her style. I did get to meet her. And you could ask Derb. Please ask Derb on Twitter, and make sure to ask him, well, he didn't fanboy over meeting Toni. No, I didn't. It's hard not to. But she had a match, I believe, with Nicole Matthews that I got to see live. Gave me an appreciation for Toni because she is very, very good in the ring. And at such a young age, she is going to improve by leaps and bounds as well. She's great. Love her. I think Toni is awesome. And do I get why she has her detractors? Sure. Get why everybody has her detractors. Number 2, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, I was already impressed with in the first Mae Young Classic. I was like, okay, hey, she's got this, she got this cool look, this athletic ability. She's tall. She can, move across the ropes, everything really well. She can do some things really well. She'd be a fine little mid-card babyface. And then, holy fuck, by the second time by the second Mae Young Classic, she is like jacked to the goddamn gills because she worked out like crazy. And I mean, I'm not implying anything. She worked out like a fucking fiend and still does. She is absolutely massive and in a good way She can throw people around like crazy. She has this fucking amazing character change, this, dynamic and everything. She is absolutely great. She is fucking great. Like, I love Rhea Ripley. I love the stuff that her and Toni Storm did. I think Rhea should probably actually be featured on the NXT brand and not NXT UK anymore. That's my opinion. And also honorable mention to Deonna Purrazzo because she's really good also. But Rhea Ripley just she really commands your attention. She is fucking great. Like, she's great. I cannot say enough good things about Rhea Ripley. And at her age, early 20s, goddamn, 22, I think? No. 22, 23, something like that. Sky's the limit for her. Fuck, she could do this till she's 40. I mean, any of these women that are in their early 20s could easily wrestle to 40 and not miss a goddamn beat. I mean, provide the steps, or provide the injuries don't happen. Rhea Ripley is just fucking great. She really is. And now we move on to number 1, Asuka. I mean, of course it was going to be Asuka. Even if Asuka is featured in some of the worst storylines ever, having a job to Carmella while James Ellsworth, of all people, is there, or stuck in a tag team with Kairi Sane that I would like more if they were featured more, Asuka will always have my attention. I will always love what Asuka does in the ring. I think she's great. She's a gamer. And yeah, okay, so it might be some outside influence stuff and everything, but she's just this complete package of a great, smart, talented woman that is really, really goddamn good at the wrestling. So that's where I'm going to leave that off. So anyway, that's what I got to say. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.